should be doing booger checks before I hit record.
Hi guys, this is Connie. I would continue reading. Connie reads 8 Keys. We are on part 3, chapter 22. If I can ever, there we go. Settling up with friends and foes. I just got paranoid. Certain things are going to go off in bed. Noises and editing will have to happen that I don't want to have happen. The next morning, I got up early for a cooking project. Then Uncle Hugh drove me to school. I waited by Franklin's locker with a thermos of milk-free hot cocoa and an envelope. When the bus kids started streaming in, I looked for Franklin. He seemed kind of gloomy. "It's for you." I held out the thermos. "And this," I added, handing him an envelope. "You don't have to read it now, when you want to." He took the envelope and the thermos and put them on the top shelf of his locker. I started to leave, but then I turned back and asked, "Do you hate me?" Franklin took a minute to answer. "If I hated you, I would have turned you in." I didn't know what to say to that, so I said, "We have a puzzle to finish, you know. I can't do it by myself. Uncle Hugh had to move it for Thanksgiving, but we should finish it before Christmas so Aunt Bessie can use the table for dinner." Franklin didn't say anything. "Well, anyway, read the note if you want to." Then I managed to walk away. Inside the envelope was a list. 10 reasons Franklin is a good friend. 1. He's always willing to help, even if he could get in trouble for it. 2. He'll always cover for you and to keep you from getting in trouble. 3. He's trustworthy. 4. He's so smart. He uses his ideas to help you, and he wants you to know all the interesting things he knows. 5. He's fun to spend time with. 6. He doesn't get mad at you if you call him names, though he doesn't deserve to be called them. He knows that he is none of those yucky things. 7. He seems at home at my house. 8. He has always been there since I was little. 9. Things aren't the same without him. 10. He is forgiving. P.S. I'm really, really sorry. I'm going to try harder to be a good friend from now on. Later, I thought I could see the shadow of a hot chocolate mustache on Franklin's upper lip. I was sitting on the porch in my winter coat waiting when Franklin came by. I'd been hoping he would. "Hi." "Hi." He sat down next to me. We don't hug, so I knocked a light fist against Franklin's shoulder. Then we sat there for a few minutes, watching our breath curl and disappear in the cold air. "So, you good?" "I guess so." "With me?" "I don't know." Why should he be? I took a deep breath. "I have to tell you some hard stuff." "Hard stuff?" "Yeah, like what's been up with me lately." "Oh, go ahead." Then Franklin waited, in his usual Franklin way, ready to listen. At the beginning of the year, I started to feel embarrassed about some of the things we did together. I didn't like getting made fun of at school, but even before school started, something felt different, even when we were by ourselves. "I embarrassed you?" Franklin asked. I nodded. I thought that some of the teasing and stuff would go away if I wasn't so close to you, so I tried to show that I wasn't. "I'm really sorry I did that. I did that." "How sorry?" "Really, really sorry. More sorry than I've ever been about anything. I want to be friends still, even if, and I know maybe I blew it, even if it won't be the same." Franklin thought for a while, picked up a stick, and started tracing the cracks between the wood slats of the porch. "I was really mad at you," Franklin said finally. "You went from being the person who was the nicest to me to the person who was the meanest. Why didn't you just tell me what was going on? I didn't know what was going on. I had to figure it out. What about Caroline? Are you still going to be friends with her? Yeah, I said. I really like Caroline. And what about the people you've been hanging out with? Are you going to hang out with them still? Probably. That's okay, I said. I've been thinking, because of the things Dad left me, the rooms and the messages, we have plenty of room for people. In our lives, I mean. Especially the ones who make us the people we want to be. Because I really missed you, but I also missed who I used to be with you before. Do you know what I mean? He nodded. Do you remember when we pretended we found a cure for cancer? Yeah. Do you think we really could find one? Maybe if we tried hard enough. That's how my dad died. We'd need a time machine too then. Or we'd need a time machine too then. I nodded. Franklin did some more thinking. He said, "Can I have more cocoa now?" "Sure." "No milk," he reminded me. I know. We went inside and picked out some cookies and candy canes while I made the cocoa. Then we worked on our puzzle. There was a lot left, but we worked until all the stars were in place. In the morning, I visited my own faraway locker and then went back to meet Franklin at his. Suddenly, Amanda was there. Amanda who had left me alone for weeks. She was furious. "Listen, scab picker, what you did is not okay with me. You stole my best friend." I stared at her. I knew what she was up to. A big fight in public with her as the victim to make me look like the jerk. "I didn't steal anything," I shouted. "Caroline is sick of you. She's sick of you because you're mean and disgusting and horrible. I don't know why anyone would want to be friends with you. You don't even care about Caroline. You only care about having people to follow you around so that you look cool. But you are really a big time loser, and I'm not going to let you make me feel bad anymore." Amanda looked like she'd been punched. It was even more fun to say all that stuff to her than it would have been to punch her. I waited for her to yell at me, but she didn't. She just walked away. Maybe that wasn't the end of it, but even though my heart was racing, I wasn't scared of her anymore. "Nice," Franklin said. "Thanks, Franklin." He spun the dial on his lock, and we headed to class. And that's the end of chapter 22. Yeah, I got real frustrated when I noticed that the end somewhere it had cut off. Oh no! How long has that been turned off? Oh no! So, glad that we got through that. Be careful with that and enjoy, please and thank you. Bye.